Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me on this video. I am going to share with you 8 different places that you can find free graphics, and it's going to be super helpful for you whenever you're creating blog posts or social media posts or things for your products and services. And you can come here, grab the photo and use them. But I will say this before we get started. Always, always, always look at the terms of services for each of the platforms. There are some places that want you to give them credit and say attribute it to such and such, or there's other places that don't care if you don't give them credit. They're just wanting to give you free resources. So just make sure that wherever you go, you are paying attention to how they are allowing you to use it. You do not want to get sued, or you do not want to get called out. But the first place that I want you guys to look up is Flickr. So some of you may have heard this, but if not, go ahead and do a Google search or go to flickr.com. I always like to do Flickr Creative Commons because then it just takes me right here. You can just do the same thing, or / Creative Commons, however you want to do it. But it's going to give you a homepage of some of the content that's been added, but then they also give you different titles that you can use to determine like how you're able to use the photo. So here, and if you don't understand what that means, over here on the right hand side, that's going to give you super detailed information in layman terms on how you can use this. So I always pretty much stick with the attribution license for my blog posts. I used to love to use this for my blog posts, but it's just they are allowing me to copy, distribute, display, and perform copyrighted work and derivative works based upon it, but only if they give you credit. So these individuals here will allow you to use it, but you have to just credit them. So I would normally just put this image in my blog post on WordPress, and then where it says caption title, I would go here and say attribute it to Wheeler. Wheeler Cowherpythe, whatever his name is, and then link it back to Flickr, this specific link. So wherever that image is, I would copy it and then make sure that if they clicked on the image, it would be taken back to here so that they can see his name, how they took the image and when they posted it and all of that great stuff. You can also look at different ones. Things that you really should know though about these graphics is the higher up that you get, from what I found, like the really, really, really great ones, you aren't allowed to use them commercially. So you might even be able to get up here to this little guy and the equal sign. So this little guy here and no derivative work. So I can attribute it to them, but it's also allowing me, it has to be verbatim copies of your work. So you can't come in here and edit it at all. So, you know, sometimes you have a blog post and you might want to actually put the text on top of it, like 3 ways to make friendships that last forever. You could come into your photo editing software and put that on there. You cannot do that from here. So you would want to go to something that will allow you to actually edit. So I'm not going to go into that. That's your choice, but I would make sure that I would take a look at all of this. But whenever I wanted to search for something, if you know exactly what you want to do, if you want to only attribute it, then I would see more and then just browse some tags. Entrepreneurship maybe, and then a list of that will pop up. And there aren't the best sometimes, but hey, it'll allow you to get something that you need from here. So I would just go in there. Some of them doesn't even seem relevant or appropriate to the keyword or the hashtag, but find what works best for you. So that's the first one, Flickr. The second free site that I love to go to is Pixabay. And so what I love about this is that they have free stock photos, vectors, and art illustrations. And I think they have videos. Yeah, they have videos too. So you can come up here and you can download, you can modify, you can distribute and use them royalty free for anything that you like, even in commercial applications. And you don't have to attribute anything. So, which I really, really like, because it's like here at Flickr, you're thinking like, which one did I use? Do I have to attribute it, or can I make money off of this? This one will allow you to do all of that. So, but I would, like I said, make sure you go and have those terms either put on your computer so you absolutely know, write down where these images come from, so that if there's ever a issue, you can say, hey, I downloaded it on this day here. And I would get a subscription to it, honestly, so that you can have all your images, and you can, be able to go back like a little log. You can also download it on your apps, but they have a variety of things that are really cool. Again, you can make social media graphics, everything. And let's just check out the videos, because you might want to create a video for Instagram or Facebook. And so you can come down here, you can put 4K HD, which is awesome. Let's look at animals and see. We'll put puppy in there and see what kind of videos they have for that. But yeah, so they have puppy. I don't know how that is a puppy, but okay. And so adorable, cute. And then you can come here. Of course, you can donate too if you want to. They say coffee, but it's just basically just giving them a donation that will help them buy coffee, which it's whatever you want to do. But it gives you the information here. This is HD. It's uploaded a month ago. Category animals, 781 views, 289 downloads. It is an MP4 and duration of 8 seconds. And so it gives you, again, a little bit more information. It's a public domain, and it's giving you all of that. And I think on this platform, you can upload your photos as well. And if you really like this person's work, you may even want to follow them. So that's something that you can use. You can also use a pretty cool place called Unsplash. I like this one too. It's really nice. Really gorgeous graphics that you can get. That's really nice. I like that. And it's just a community of photographers that are passionate and gifted about images, and so they just upload that there. And you can always, not 100% sure of the license, but you can come up here, those dots, license, and figure out what that is. And so I think these are just, you can use them for commercial and non-commercial purposes, and you do not need to ask permission from or provide credit to the photographer or Unsplash, although it is appreciated when possible. So they're saying you don't have to, but it will be nice for you to kind of spread the love and spread the word, and then they give you the actual way to give that credit on there. In Flickr, I'm not sure how they do that, but you can check in their services, their terms of services. Now, I don't know how to say this word. Gratisography, I guess, gratisography. But this is another place where you can find really cool high-res pictures, and you can use on your personal and commercial projects. And so they add to this weekly, and they're going to give you some copyright restrictions. So click on there, make sure you know exactly what you're using. You can subscribe. You can figure out like, okay, this is something I'd love to use on my Instagram or my blog post. And then you can come in here and search like what other images they have. So these are pretty cool. These are some really cool, totally different than the Flickr. All right, so gratisography.com. Another place you can use is free4commercialuse.net. And typically when we go to these sites, they will, like I said, give you everything you need to know immediately, like whether you can use them for free. But this is free download. You can do whatever you want. No rights reserved, without copyright, it's public domain. So public domain means you can use them for whatever. But again, I would make sure that I am looking at the license and frequently asked questions, just in case you do not, um, just in case, cover your butt. So they have some really cool things as well. You can do a search of some of your, let's look for book and see what they come up with. So they have a white notebook, or yeah. So this is pretty good. I like this site. Interesting. Okay. So you can try this out. Another place you can go is freeimages.co.uk. Over 18,000 free stock photos. You'll find a library of stock photography for use on websites, printed media, products, and anywhere you need a photo to help with illustration and design. And so again, you would have to look at this, free of charge for both commercial and personal use under an attribution license. So this is telling me that in order to use this for commercial or personal use, I would have to attribute it. Hey, however that works, and I would look terms of image use to see exactly how they want that to be credited. But let's look and see what kind of images they have. So image index, 89 categories, which is great. Let's just look down here. Ooh, I want to, this is really looks good. So if you like have a food blog or something, or product, maybe you could put something like that in there, although you would still have to, oh, there, see, they have an attribution link, so you would just really need to copy and paste this somewhere. This is the image code, the form code. I don't know what any of that means, but as you look at it, as you use it, then yeah, you can do that. And see the view author profile, you can click there and it's leading you back to many, many more food images. So you can play around with that. Now, another place that you can go get free images, if you've heard of Canva already, is Canva. They're already in there, so you would just come over to, you would actually go to canva.com, and once you get to, let's see, so once you get here, in order to see the images, you'd need to actually click on a project or create one. And once you do that, you can come on over here to search, and then once you hit that down button, it's going to give you the most relevant or the free ones. So you can come here and say, I want images on love, or I want to see puppy images. I really want a puppy nowadays. All right, puppy. And then, okay, they're relevant, they're cute, but I want free. So I would click on free, and then it's going to give me a list of all of the free images that I could use. Now, okay, that's a newborn puppy. I look like a little pig. But you can go down here and look through all of that, and then just keep changing your keyword. Now, I want to also show you another free place that you can go. creativemarket.com. So I'm going to show you exactly some of the content that I've been able to download. So I just keep a little file in there just so I know it's from Creative Market, and if anything happens I can say, hey, you gave that to me for free. So these are some of the things that I've downloaded, the free images, eggs, these little backgrounds that you can put on your content. And let me just, I'm going to just come here real quick. Come here and you can add them. They'll give you things like this, which is so awesome. You can arrange it. This is definitely not a creative class that I'm trying to show you, or create. I'm not trying to create anything here. I just want to show you some of the cool things. So they gave me this free backgrounds. I got this from Creative Market. I don't know how well you can see it over here, but these are some of the things that they've given so far. And like, if you're really into stock imagery, like you can get them for free. Look at that. This, they gave it to me. So it really depends. And I have more. I just haven't downloaded it and put them up here yet. But I wanted to show you that, just some examples. And then once you come over to creativemarket.com, they will actually, let me take you to my email. My email, this is creativemarket.com, and every Monday they give me new goods, new free goods that I'm able to download, 6 of them. And sometimes they range from photos to, let's see, fonts or backgrounds or whatever. They will give you free ones every single Monday. It's like Christmas every Monday morning. And so these are the results. Like, this stuff right here is the results of me signing up for their email list and saying, hey, send me an email every Monday because I want free stuff. And so if you want to get started, you just go to creativemarket.com, and they have this little thing up here that says get free goods. Once you click on there, it will take you to the free goods of the week, and it's going to give you a countdown of how long it takes for you to use them. So like I was saying, you get handwritten fonts. I love this one too. Sometimes they are not PNG or they aren't JPEG, so you can't just download them, but you can use them for like Photoshop. But this, how cute is this? I mean, how elegant is this? So you get 2 blog templates, you get 1 mood board, 2 Instagram templates, and 1 Facebook template. And then you get a bonus instructional PDF on how to use all this stuff. And so let's see what it looks like. They're going to tell you what comes in there. Usually it'll tell you if it's like only compatible with Photoshop, so I don't see that in there. So you might be able to just download them, it looks like. So of course, free download, and then they'll give you all of that. But then, I mean, of course, they're selling something too, so you can go to their shop if you really like their stuff, or they'll give you more templates so you can, for social media kits, you can click on there and they'll show you. And then over here, they'll tell you what it normally costs. So $19 for all of this, and you're getting it for free. They're going to also give you the standard license or the license offered on there, and yeah, and you can see how this is working for other people. And sometimes the questions that you may not have, or the questions that you may have, they may be answered already in here. So I would go down there and say, hey, is this, is this a, for Photoshop? Actually, yeah. Okay, here it is. Yes, right here. The templates are intended to be edited in Photoshop. All files are 300 DPI, optimized and ready to print. So, yeah. So they really want you to edit this in Photoshop. I was wondering, because usually if you have stuff like this, there's layers to that. So in order to put your content on there, you have to move this off and then put your own in there. So these are really cool. Sign up for it. I mean, it's free, like I said, and they just give you a whole bunch of stuff. And that was one of the things for this week. And so let me show you what they were giving away a week ago. So there's another font. They gave you a hand-bound book mock-up, cute little animals, dot and spot patterns, which I showed you. They gave you aquarium fishes, and they had this rose gold Pinterest template. So if you're like, I do not know how to be creative when it comes to Pinterest, they gave that away for free, and it's obviously like a Photoshop element. So yeah, I wanted to just show you this really quickly so that you can use it for your business or brand and find and not rack your brain on trying to find free images or just something to help best reflect your brand. So these are 8 sites. Use them. Make sure you keep all your information on, where you got them from, and if you're supposed to attribute where you got them from, make sure you do that, and make sure you're doing it the way they want you to do it, because you do not want to be sued. Okay, thanks so much for watching the video, and have fun creating graphics.